Hello from Lady Behind the Curtain. Happy Halloween. Last year I showed you how to make these vintage Halloween rattles. And this year I'm going to show you how to make these Halloween skeleton head rattles. I found these at the Dollar Tree. They are glow in the dark yardsticks. So let's get going. So first off, you want to buy your skeleton heads. And the thing I loved about those is that they already came with a hole in the bottom, so you didn't have to drill holes or anything. It was super easy. So the supplies you're going to want to have is your skeleton heads, and then also from Dollar Tree I found a skeleton garland, some rubber mice and spiders, and then this awesome gauze stuff. I just love all these things from Dollar Tree. So the first thing I did was I put a base coat on here, and that was just a mixture of white, mostly white, and then just a little bit of dark brown. And I mixed that up, and then here is the dark brown and black. And so once I got the base coat on, I let it dry, and then with my sponge brushes I started adding texture. And I like to do the whole process while it's wet, because then you can kind of touch it up or just keep working on it and make it look the way you want. So first I'm going to start with my light color and just look at it, see kind of see the highlights, and start pressing down. Then take, since this is, make sure this is full of your light color. See if I can do it. And now I'm going to just dip it lightly in my dark brown. This is called Bittersweet. I'll have the paint names and everything in the post for you. So now what I'm going to do is kind of eyeball it and just tap on that and just give it some texture, give it some grossness. That's what it's all about. So you just keep working around. You can get dark spots, get back in your light, add some light spots to that. And then add more light. You don't want it all dark and you don't want it all light. Okay. So once you get all of that done, I'm not going to go through the whole process, but you kind of get the idea. It's just layering and making dark sections and light sections. Now once you get that process done, you're going to go in with your black. Now I'm going to add, so this is scary. You're going to go in there and just add a bunch of black. And just fill it in. Fill it in for the eyes, fill it in for the nose, fill it in mostly for the teeth. Get everything in between the teeth is the most important part. So once you get in between the teeth and in the eyes really good, don't worry, you're going to be taking your lighter color and fixing it. So we're going to, once we do that and you get everything textured, it's super ugly, but you're going to have to let it dry now. And once you let this dry, then what you're going to do is take your brush or your sponge brush that is loaded up with that light color. This isn't going to work really well because I didn't let it dry, but I can show you an end result. I'm going to take this is kind of there. I want to be able to just pat it on, just like lightly touch in order to leave. So you just kind of get an idea of what I mean. So like just tap in there. You see what I mean? You kind of get then you get like rotting teeth. But yet it gives you highlights and texture. So I'm going to set that aside now and kind of show you what the end result is. What I did is I just went in and just went around where I had overlapped the black and stuff. And then I sprayed it with some sealer. That way the paint will not peel off. It's good to go. So I have a dowel, and I'll have the size of the dowel in the post. I also painted it black, and I cut it 12 inches. That way it fits right in the head. Then I took a funnel and added rice inside. And the amount of rice I used, I think, is about 1/4 cup. So once I did that, then I stuck in the dowel. Then I took a hot glue gun, and all I did was just glue around the edges. That way your rice is all free inside. It doesn't get all gloppy from glue. And that's why you want to glue it after you insert the dowel, and you let that set and dry and harden. And once you do that, then the fun begins. Then you can start, let me get these out of the way so I don't get stuff. Just touched. Okay, so I just took this gauze stuff and this gauze stuff right here that I found at Dollar Tree. It'll be hanging on the wall. Awesome stuff. I cut it into squares or long strips or whatever. And so I took the hot glue gun and I started it, kind of just draped it over and started and just kind of worked my way around. You see this one has a spider, this one has a whole skeleton, this one even has a couple of things on it. Make them as creepy as you want. I also noticed that there's two styles. One of them is like this one where it's just a big eye, and then this one has cracks in the skull and has a kind of a smaller eye. So I took some red paint and dipped the end of my brush in the red paint and just put dots of red in there just to make it a little bit creepy. So if you would like more ideas on how to create fun Halloween, go to ladybehindthecurtain.com. Thank you.